Welcome to Fresh to Death Comics. I'm your host, B. Luke. Hans again is back in the studio. How you doing, Hans?
Brian, what's up, buddy?
Nothing much. How was your week, man?
My weekend started off great, and then it just went kind of downhill.
How come?
I don't know. I started off. I went and saw Bill Cosby live.
How was that? How was that?
That was amazing. It was like a once in a lifetime thing there.
Really? Was he funny? I mean,
he was hilarious.
Was he more like his stand-up kind of thing, or more like Bill Cosby from The Cosby Show? Because they're kind of like two different people.
He was just telling stories.
I like that.
Yeah, he was telling stories from his life, making fun of everything, really.
Everything.
Yeah, our hometown. He made fun of our hometown.
Our hometown?
Yeah.
Mount Horseheads area?
Yeah.
That's mean.
That's not mean. It was hilarious.
It kind of makes me go like, wow, he knows us.
Come on. You make fun of us anyway.
I do. I make fun of the Elmira area. But, yeah, that's pretty cool. So, worth the money to go there?
Definitely worth the money.
Would you go again?
I would go again.
Right.
Hoping he would tell different jokes.
Well, I hope so.
I mean, he's 76.
He's got like 76 years of stories to tell. Maybe like 75. I don't know how much you remember as a baby. But
probably nothing. I don't remember anything as a baby.
Like my first memory is like when I'm 4 years old. So maybe he has like 70. He has at least 70 years of stories to tell.
At least, yeah.
And then that's a lot of memories of stories.
It is, but it was funny. He was just up there in his hoodie and sweatpants, just lounging around telling jokes. It was a good time.
I like that. Yeah, he's so famous now. He can just wear whatever he wants. And
he can do what he wants.
He can be comfortable on the stage. Why does he have to wear a suit and tie? He can just dress however he likes. I like that. So, after that, so it sounds like it was pretty awesome. I mean,
yeah, it was pretty awesome.
I don't
Great.
understand how it can get terrible.
Didn't get to meet him, but he's Bill Cosby. And it just went downhill from there. I went to work, which is always terrible. And I tried to come home yesterday, ran out of wiper fluid.
Oh, no.
And I was just washing my window with a paper towel trying to get here on time for class.
Oh, probably shouldn't have told that. Your mom's probably listening like, Horns, what are you doing driving your car and you're wiping it off?
Just so you know, my mother sounds nothing like that.
A little bit.
A little bit?
I think she'd say the same things, but her voice would be a little different. But I always imagine your mom would say that, even though I know your mom.
All right, one more time.
Horns, what's wrong with you driving your car and you're wiping off your fluids? What's wrong with you?
I just had to get to class, Mom.
Well, I don't care. You got to be like safe. Your teachers will understand.
No, they won't.
They will understand.
All right, maybe.
All right, enough.
That's ridiculous.
It is. But wiper fluid. How come you didn't stop at a gas station and fill up? I mean,
I don't know. I was on a
have
time schedule. I had to hand in a paper. It was the quickest option. I was flustered.
Sounds like you were very flustered. Like, I gotta go.
Maybe a little bit.
So
I had to get to class.
That's very good. I mean, I'm sure. I hope your teacher's listening. And be like, wow, that dedication from that Hans.
I know. I hope somebody's listening. Maybe our film teacher. I hope she's listening.
Oh my goodness. I hope so. I love that class, but the papers pretty tough.
They are pretty tough. They're not tough. It's just the grading is kind of tough.
Yeah, but I love the class.
Yeah, that's another reason why my weekend, kind of shut down.
How come? You had to write the paper?
Well, I didn't have to write the paper, but I had to, get one back, and that didn't turn out so well.
Things happen like that, Hans.
Well, like the last 3 didn't turn out so well,
You know what? You live and you learn, and we'll see what happens. But
and then you get some loves.
Sounds like you need a hug. There.
Oh, thanks, bud.
So, comic book week. Last week, pretty boring week. Week, not a lot of stuff.
What came out?
Spider-Man came out. So we learned who the new. No, Spider-Man didn't come out last week.
I don't remember.
There's only one thing that came out last week.
I think it was a really slow week.
It was. I think Green Arrow. No. I forgot what came out. It was really slow.
You're just throwing out titles, hoping something came out.
I'm trying to think because I remember I bought one comic last week.
Yeah.
I think it was New Avengers.
I don't remember.
I don't remember. I don't know. But this week's pretty exciting. Yes, Spider-Man, Astonishing X-men's back.
Yeah, I don't know about that, though.
Which I don't understand, like, how it can be back. Because it was supposed to, this is the last episode of Astonishing X-Men.
Yeah, who was on it? Warren Ellis?
Warren Ellis was on it. Yeah. And then, I forgot the artist's name, but, Warren Ellis, he's been doing it ever since, the other, what's his name? Quesadia?
I have no idea.
I don't know. He's the person who wrote the first one where Kitty died.
I don't remember.
He's responsible for Kitty's death.
It seems very important, but I can't remember.
I know,
it.
but anywho.
Anyway, I thought they canceled it.
Me too, and now it's back, so I'm pretty excited for that. What else is coming out? Amazing Spider-Man is going to come out. We're going to see what's going on with this new Venom situation.
Which we have to talk about later.
We will talk about that later. We'll do the whole spoiler alert for Venom. But the most important one coming out this week is actually...
Drum roll.
2 comics, number 1. They're both Fantastic Fours are coming out.
Right.
Number 87 and 88.
Issue.
87 is the second printing edition, which has the death of... Joe Quesada's drawing it, one of my favorite artists. But, because, I don't know, I just like the way he draws Spider-Man. Daredevil was wonderful when he did it with Kevin Smith. I mean, he's a wonderful drawer. Love him. Except for his Spider-Man arc he did recently, Moment in Time.
Yeah, that was
it seems like it was rushed and not really well put. Because I took a look because I didn't believe you when you said that was Quesada drawing. I was like, no. So I opened up my pages of One More Day and Moment in Time.
Yeah, he made...
And I was like... This is not the same person. What happened here?
He made Mary Jane look like a beer wench or something.
I know. She was awful looking. And usually he can draw her like, wow, this is a pretty good looking Mary Jane.
Yeah.
Instead, she looked like...
It's no J. Scott Campbell Mary Jane, but, you know...
You and J. Scott Campbell. She's on my wall.
She is.
I love that poster.
Yeah.
My girlfriend's not a fan of it, but...
She'll get over it.
Like she kept on criticizing the poster today, not just because Mary Jane looks provocative. It's not really provocative. She just looks lonely.
She looks lonely.
She does. She's like, where's more Spider-Man?
She needs a little company tonight, Brian.
And so, like, she's got her cell phone by the thing. She goes, that's a TV remote. That's the worst TV remote I ever saw. It's kind of expensive, you know? Looks expensive. Got a screen on there. It's like, that's her cell phone. He goes, nope, that's not her cell phone.
She's just insulting me.
Like, yeah, why is Spider-Man swinging away like that? He looks like his arm adjacent. Like, she's giving me math, like why his arm is outstretched so it can't be possibly accurate.
That is ridiculous.
It is. I think she wants me to take it down.
Really?
Yeah.
Don't do it.
I'm excited about your poster. You just got a new one.
Beautiful.
What you want to? Boom. That was drum roll.
That was a drum roll? All right.
I love this story. Go ahead. I want to hear it again.
How big is it? What do you think?
I say it's at least 12 feet.
12 feet? I'll give it that. Anyway, it's Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Which means I have to buy the game, number 1. If it's
You don't have to. I think we should.
Oh, we kind of have to.
Just to commemorate the awesomeness that is the poster.
Agreed. But it's, I don't know, pretty awesome. We got to get wall hooks for it, but it looks so nice.
It's like a vinyl material or something.
It's like, yeah, it's like the ones that you can throw outside and they'll last forever.
I'm not going to throw it outside.
Well, I mean,
what's wrong with you?
When like Walmart or Kmart, they post something outside.
Yeah.
And like, hey, we have this. And like the wind blows on and stuff. And it's pretty good.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about.
It was in Walmart.
Was it now?
It was, and then it got taken down and given to me.
Given to you?
Yeah.
You sure didn't take it?
I'm pretty sure I didn't take it. I think that's wrong, Brian.
How sure are you, Hans?
Well, my sister's husband gave it to me.
All right. I'll believe you this once.
Just this once?
Just this once, I'll believe you.
All right. You probably shouldn't believe me any more than that.
Just kidding. I'll believe you every time. And always every time.
All right.
As opposed to never every time.
I don't know what you're doing over there.
Me neither. But I'm going to take a break.
All right.
Get my brain back in its head. Cause
yeah. You need to
I don't know what I'm saying. It's all crazy and uneasy. So we'll be right back.
WNYO. Stay fresh.
Fresh, fresh, I'm fresh, 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 I'm so fresh, fresh.
You listen to Fresh to Death Comics with Luke and Hans. So
Brian, we talked all about my weekend.
Yes, we did.
How was your weekend?
It was an interesting weekend.
Interesting?
Yeah, interesting. Not a lot happened.
All right.
My girlfriend went home for the weekend, so I, didn't get to see her, and you went home, so I didn't get to hang out with you. With you moving into my room, you have a TV.
I do have a TV.
My old roommate had, but it was a terrible TV.
I think you're just using me for my television.
I am using you for your television. I will admit it now.
That is just.
I have cable and everything. So you have.
I'm out of there.
So you can't get out of there now. Ha ha ha. Oh, it's my French accent. So we put the TV on top of the fridge, and the problem was the way I was sleeping, I don't have view of the television. So I have to sleep the other end. So I wash my sheets so I don't sleep where my feet were because I have a thing against that.
Because you're weird?
Yeah, it's a little weird. So now I'm in the total opposite direction. And so the first night I did that, I'm sleeping, I went to turn over, and bam, I fell on the floor.
You fell on the floor.
I fell off the bed. I hit my head, and it was pretty sad.
No concussion?
No concussion. And the night before, I left my cell phone at a friend's house. So I was without my cell phone for like 2 days. You know how terrible it is being without a cell phone?
I've been without a cell phone a lot.
I feel disconnected from the world. Well, I've gone 5 years. I've had a cell phone on me all the time. And this is the first weekend I've ever went without a cell phone. It's an odd feeling.
Yeah.
Like, it's, I'm like, oh, should I go eat lunch with someone? Wait a minute. How do I get in contact with this person?
Well, you can go to their door.
I feel like that's weird in today's age. No one just shows up at the door. Except my friend Kyle. He shows up everywhere. He's weird. I was I was watching a movie, and all of a sudden I hear this. Knock, knock, knock. And I was like...
Kyle showed up at your room.
In my room, I was like, what are you doing here, buddy? And he's like, oh, I just came to visit you. And I was like, who does that?
When was this?
It was Friday.
Really?
It was. And I was like, this is awkward and weird, but also cool at the same time.
See? The pop-in is welcome.
Maybe. I should pop in.
I wouldn't say everybody should pop into our room, but...
It's a party. It's a pop-in party.
It's a pop-in party?
I don't know. I feel like the dorm never has parties, which is good. I like that.
It's quiet.
It's nice and quiet. Sometimes our neighbors are a little loud, but for the most part, it's a very nice dorm. I like it.
I agree.
So, yeah, that was pretty much my weekend. And then I watched The Matrix.
The Matrix?
Sunday night.
You love The Matrix.
It's my all-time favorite movie.
I know.
So, watched that 1 and 2, and we're watching third soon. My friend Ryan.
Did it hold up? Still good?
It's still good. I mean, watching the second, third one, they're not as good, but they totally relate to the story, and there's all these hidden meanings in there that you have to look out for, and I really like it.
Was it the second one that had those albino ghost guys?
Yes.
All right, so the second one's probably...
Oh, I love the albino ghost guys and the Frenchman.
Pretty sure they have a technical term or something.
No, they're called ghosts.
Are they?
The Wachowski brothers really don't have names for their characters. It's
very
just
creative.
They're ghost creatures, and he's the Frenchman, and Neo. You're new, so you're Neo. And you're Morpheus. And you're Trinity. And you are old man who runs the Senate.
Old man who runs the Senate?
And you are Will Smith's wife.
It's like taxi cab driver number 2.
That's all I could watch, because now that I know who, like, Jaden... Or, what's his name? Will Smith's wife is?
Yeah.
Like, watching again, like, I'm like, oh, that's Will Smith's wife. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, you did that all yesterday with Abe Vigoda.
Oh, I love
Hey, there's Abe Vigoda. There he is.
Did you ever
again.
watch Good Burger?
Yes, I watched Good Burger.
Abe Vigoda is in that movie.
Yeah, but that's probably not his best movie.
It is his best movie.
Really?
Because he gets kidnapped, and they go to an insane asylum, and they do a dance. It's funny, because Abe Vigoda is like, I'm getting too old for this. I just want to make fries.
I just want to make fries.
Yeah, I love Abe Vigoda.
I just want to serve people an unhealthy dish.
And it will be awesome. But yeah, we were watching The Godfather in film class, and Abe Vigoda was in there a lot.
He was. And I was bored a lot.
I can't believe how much you hated that movie. I mean, the movie isn't the best movie. It's a wonderful, like, story-wise. It's really good. Kind of slow watching it over again, like, a second time.
Yeah. I just couldn't get into it at all.
I love the fact that you just look at me when someone says, I think you have a terrible problem with accents. Because Marlon Brando would say something, and you look at me like, what did he say? And I translate for you, and you're like, oh.
That makes sense now.
That makes total sense why he killed that guy.
But it still didn't make any sense.
There's a cut scene where Michael has to go to some Italian island. I forgot what it's called. Sicily.
Yeah, I'm like, what
like,
just
why is
happened
he
here?
there?
I thought we were in New York City.
I know. I was like, aren't you listening to anything? And you're like, I don't understand anything anyone's saying.
I didn't. I had no idea what was going on. Most gangster movies do that to me.
Most, like, Goodfellas?
Goodfellas didn't, because I don't know, I was drawn into it.
Yeah.
But most other ones are boring to me.
After watching The Godfather, like, I watched my cousin Vinny after that. And I kind of correlate the late. I'm like, wow, this is,
My cousin Vinny?
Yes. I connected with the guy. I love My Cousin Vinny with Joe Pesci.
With Joe Pesci, yeah.
He's all like, I'm a lawyer. Look at me. What you doing? Judge, I got my suit on. And like,
I object.
Yeah. And then do you have the guy from the Munsters? He's all like, I'm the sheriff and I'm the judge.
Yeah, I love that guy. What's his name?
I forgot his name, but...
We'll call him Herman.
I'm sure he will love that.
I think he has passed.
He did. He's gone.
We just took the show to a whole new level.
I know, you just totally sank our enthusiasm by
should
bringing back Paramount.
Should we eulogize him?
We should. Let's go back to talking about comics for a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Captain America.
What about it?
Well,
the movie? The book?
Not Captain America, but Bucky is now Captain America. And he has this whole thing because he's on trial now for being Winter Soldier. And like they're trying to bring this whole thing. And I can't get into it. I mean,
you've actually read it?
I started reading it, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Not my favorite. I mean, I'm just like, oh, this is okay. And like I feel like they're trying to now with Bucky being the original being Captain America now.
Yeah.
They're trying to push so hard to make him like all these awesome stuff happen. Do people start reading it? But my problem when I read, I'm just like, I don't care about you, Bucky. I like Captain America. That's who I like.
You realize Steve Rogers is probably going to be Captain America again really soon.
I do realize that. Okay. I just can't wait for that to happen. Because like even on the Avengers, when I see Bucky, I'm just like, hey, Bucky, why don't you be quiet here and let Iron Man, Thor, and Wolverine take over? You just sit there and protect people with your shield.
Just go to the side there.
Yeah, like he'll say something like, Bucky, shut up. Like, I say that in my head. I'm reading this. I'm just like, the Avengers trying to figure out something to do.
Yeah.
And Buckcap says something, and he's like, I just imagine, like, I read them just like, Bucky, shut up, sit in the corner. What does Iron Man have to say? Okay, here we go. That's all I do. Like
I just read it as if it were Steve Rogers.
See, I can't do that because then Steve Rogers, like the situation gets so out of control, and Steve Rogers is just like, "Hey guys, sounds like you guys need some help." I'm like, Steve Rogers, yeah, come back here. And I imagine
yeah,
like I'm there, like I can pop my hands into the comic book. I'm just like, hey. You know what, Bucky? Here, give Cap his shield back and give him his little fancy hat thing, and you can keep the spandex and stuff because I don't care about
booties.
That. But yeah, give him his wing booties, and let him be. And you just sit in the corner and you can direct. How about that? You like directing? Hey, just sit there and just be like action. Be a good. Make sure no civilians get hurt.
No what?
Civilians.
Civilians. Okay, I thought you said siblings.
Why would siblings get hurt, my friend?
I don't know. Some people. I don't know, Brian.
Hans, sometimes I worry about you, friend.
Sometimes I worry about me, too.
But let's take a break real fast, do some legal IDs and whatnot, and we'll be back very soon. Welcome back to Fresh to Death Comics. How you doing, Hans?
I'm doing good, Brian.
So we waited to the end. This is near the end of the show. We're going to talk about the Fantastic Four. We talked a little bit before with the new comic that's what's coming out this Wednesday. Is the second printing of Fantastic Four with Johnny Storm.
The death of Johnny Storm.
Yep, and then the last issue of
Fantastic... Should have spoiled that, but that's okay.
Well, I don't know.
People should know by now.
Yeah. If you didn't, you just ruined their life.
I ruined everybody's life, yes.
Apologize.
I'm sorry, people.
All right. Apology accepted by me and hopefully the rest of the people, because forgiveness is
there's no mobs running into the studio.
I hope they do, and they beat you.
Just
That'd be hilarious.
Oh, yeah, that'd
be
great.
I didn't ruin it. You ruined it. But yeah, Joe Quesada, we talked about that earlier, but also the last issue of Fantastic Four is coming out this week as well.
Maybe there's going to be a little more death in that issue.
Yeah, you hated the issue of Fantastic Four with the whole Johnny Storm death.
It's true. Nobody died in that issue.
They did die.
I will stick to this.
All right.
Till the end, I will stick to this.
Explain yourself.
What did I say? No body, no
blood, no death.
No blood, no body, no death.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, there's things that could have happened. Why didn't he go supernova? Which I hope this issue will clear up, like the fight scene and whatnot. Because I do agree, like it doesn't make any sense. It feels like it was rushed, and I feel like
you feel like what was rushed?
I felt like the fight scene was rushed. Like we should have seen him fighting. Like we saw the sacrifice.
Yeah, all we did was saw him get eaten almost.
Why didn't he go
supernova?
Why didn't he fight harder? Why didn't he fly up into the air away from the bugs?
The bugs can fly.
Yeah, but I feel like in the air, Johnny Storm could take on a lot easier than on the ground.
Really?
I think he could.
Why?
Because, I mean, they have to have wings. Their wings are meltable. They can melt. Melt-able.
These are alien bugs, Brian.
They're alien bugs. I feel like their wings would be made of anything. Like,
what if their wings are made of metal?
Then Johnny Storm should back out on the ground and be like, "Hey guys, you ever play poker?
You ever play poker?
Friends?" No, but I just feel like
I got a straight flush.
I feel like there should be Hot Pocket. I feel like it should be. I thought about him.
What, are you hungry?
No, I thought about like Johnny Storm, like be like, "Hey, let's play cards, and who wants some food? I can make some Hot Pockets." Sorry, that was really random.
That was pretty random.
But I feel like everyone should say Hot Pockets whenever they start talking, like Hot Pockets,
and then just start talking
and just start just interject it wherever you go. Do it.
That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. And then people are like, "What are you talking about?" And be like, "Hot Pockets."
All right,
awesome.
I'm gonna do that this week.
All right, do this week.
When I'm talking to people, I'm just gonna all of a sudden say Hot Pockets.
And you just say in a high pitched voice, like Hot Pockets,
Hot Pocket.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, exactly like that. And see where it takes you. Hey, who knows? You might become the funniest man on campus, and
because of Hot Pocket.
Maybe you never.
No, you'll just end up becoming the Hot Pocket dude.
That'd be an awesome nickname.
No, that would be terrible.
Hey, it's Hot Pocket Ons.
It's Hot Pocket Ons.
All right,
that sounds okay. What if it was like Hot Pocket Brian?
That'd be terrible.
That would be terrible. Hot Pocket Luke.
That would. I wouldn't like that.
So, I gotta bring this up. We talked last week about your real name.
Correct.
And we put this up on the Facebook page, but I'm pretty disappointed with our users. You know, they didn't comment at all. It's almost as if they don't care.
No, it's that they don't want to hear my name on the radio.
I think everybody wants to hear your name.
Nobody does. And just speaking of Facebook, we do have our episodes online.
We do.
So go ahead and listen to last week's episode.
Laugh, love.
We record this one, so we're hopefully going to put this one up this week. We're trying to work on iTunes.
Probably tonight.
Probably tonight. We're going to stay up till 4 a.m. again. But yeah, we're trying to get on iTunes, so that'll be momentarily. A little couple of glitches running into, but Hans, our master computer hacker person. Shouldn't call you computer hacker because you're not hacking anything. You're just really
technically that's what they're called, though.
But you're not hacking.
Programmers
anything.
are sometimes
because
called
when
hackers.
I say computer hacking, I think of illegal activities.
Yeah, I know.
But
it's a common misconception.
I don't know. I just wanted to redeem your name.
All right, I appreciate
I said
that.
computer hacker, and I was like,
you wanted to redeem Hot Pocket.
Your mom's listening, like, why is that nice boy calling you a hacker? You do good things on there, and I don't want your mom being upset. Be like, because she's like, you're a good person.
My mom could never be upset with you.
I know.
Why do you say it like that, Brian?
If she only knew.
Oh, great.
I don't know. I think I make her laugh.
I think you make everybody laugh.
I do. It's my gift.
I think it's mostly
and a curse.
Fact that you fall down a lot.
Okay, fell on the escalator and on my bed and down the stairs and I fell in at least 10 times this week.
At least.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't either, but it's hilarious.
It's the ice and my fact that my concentration isn't on my walking because my feet are too big for the stairs.
Is that what it is?
It is. My feet do not fit on the stairs. My feet are too big.
Don't you think they think about this?
I don't think they figure that size 16 people, someone who wears a size 16 shoe should be walking on stairs.
So I don't think Shaq needs to be walking upstairs?
I don't think Shaq can walk upstairs.
Really?
I wonder. I want to know how he walks up.
I think people carry him.
Because, I mean, he's got what size? 20-something shoes? Somewhere around there.
I think that's exaggerating.
No, it's like 18
really?
to 20. Because I have a friend. His name is Jared, ironically. Not Jared, our comic book Jared, but this other Jared.
Okay.
And he wears size 18.
Oh.
And I was just thinking, how does he get upstairs? I feel like he'd have the same problem I do. Like, because you're only so much of your foot can fit on there.
Right.
So you have to like run up the stairs all the time.
Just go slow.
Well, I have to go fast, and I go slow because Rebecca goes slow. So, because she likes to take her time with the stairs. Like, oh, look at this! This is a painting, Brian. What do you think of this painting? And I'm like, what? And then bam, I'm down the floor.
I think that's her plan.
I think that's her plan. She's
just distracting you so you fall down.
Of all the things I do to her, like, she puts up with so much because I'm a very needy person.
To say the least.
To say the least. You do too, a little bit.
Whatever.
But, make you Germex and, hey, you want to use some Germex ons? No. But it's even worse with her, like, because she has to be around at 24/7, basically. Not 24/7, because But she has to be around a lot.
A lot. Yeah.
And so I think me falling down the stairs is her highlight moments. Like, she's like, oh, this makes up for it. This makes me laugh. Because she laughs so hard, she starts crying. And
it's kind of terrible, though.
It is. And I think it's kind of funny thinking about it now that if this is her plan all along, I'm going to ask her if this is her plan all along to see if
she'll say yes no matter what.
She probably will. She's a good person. Can we go back to talking about Fantastic Four? All right. All right.
We got on the Hot Pockets.
I know.
I don't know.
Tangents. Right. So, let's see. Where are we at now?
So, as of today, maybe not tomorrow, but Johnny Storm's not dead.
All right. Whatever. I think he is. So, his new issue comes out tomorrow. We're going to find out truth or fact if he's dead
Truth
or
or fact? Fact or fiction?
Fact or fiction. What'd I say?
Truth or fact?
It's the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
All right. We're going to find out if it's true or false or not, and we'll see where it goes from there. But then in March, we have, because this is the last issue of Fantastic Four, next month starts the FF.
What is that? Future Foundation?
Future Foundation. It's going to have the original three, Sue, Reed, and Ben Grimm.
Correct.
But they're adding a new member. Drumroll, Hans.
I don't.
Spider-Man is going to be the new member.
Peter Parker.
I don't know how much I like it.
I think it's just because he's really smart.
I mean, he is smart. I mean, he's got his new job now in Amazing Spider-Man. But I'm wondering how they're going to connect the two. Because Spider-Man already has a new costume. Why is he... Like, I feel like Spider-Man's getting so many costumes now.
He probably created these costumes for them. Well, maybe not. Reed is a genius, too. So.
Yeah. Who's smarter? Spider-Man or Reed?
Reed.
You think?
Yeah.
All right. Maybe you're right.
He's got gray hair.
Doesn't mean you're smarter.
Of course it does.
I'm smarter than you, and
He's in the Illuminati.
Illuminati is not for smart people. Black Bolt was there, and he couldn't talk. How smart could he be?
He couldn't talk because it was a curse.
Yeah, but...
Not because he was an idiot.
You never said if he was an idiot or not.
I like to think he was smart.
You like to think he was smart?
Yeah.
Like super genius? I don't think he was that smart.
Really?
They lived on the moon.
Lived on the moon? You don't see us living on the moon.
Yeah, but... I mean, I don't understand, like, how you could live in the moon, and they never had, like... They didn't have, like, a superistic... You know, it was just... Like, you went there, and you felt like... When you read the comics, you went there, and you felt like it was a tribe place. Like, this is where we live for tribalness.
For tribalness?
Yeah, it always felt like it was, like, the 1950s whenever they visited there.
I don't know.
Like, I don't know. That's just me. Just the way I think in my little brain.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
You're the one that came up with a Hot Pocket.
It was pretty awesome. Hot Pocket. So with the whole Fantastic Four, now the FF, are you going to get it, Hans? Or are you going to buy it?
I'll flip through the first issue, see what I think. If I think I might care, then I'll buy it. But you know.
Because here's the thing. Number one, it's $3.99.
Yeah, that's
so there's
rough.
Kind of a bummer. Nice thing is this is the 50th year of Fantastic Four, so I feel like there's going to be big things happening.
But John's dead.
I know, and I feel like getting it because I want to see like the remarkable issues and stuff. Like they're going to be talking about Johnny Storm for a while. Yeah, like I feel like reading FF is going to be
Ben Grimm's going to cry prematurely again.
And so I feel like they're going to have to deal with a whole bunch of depression issues. Like, because Sue has now lost her brother who she loves. Like, the only person who's going to be having it together. And that's also something we talked about was how Spider-Man, he's a logical choice because him and Johnny were so close.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
And I feel like...
They always did a team-up.
They were always in team-ups. They were the best of friends, you know. Whenever you saw Fantastic Four and Johnny need help, he's like... Hey, where's my buddy Spidey at? I want to talk to him.
And the Fantastic Four were the first people to relearn that Spider-Man was Peter Parker.
Technically, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it was around the same time New Avengers learned it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, they were one of the first people. And I remember the issue.
So
I love it. I love that issue because Johnny Storm was like, "Whoa, we're friends. I know we're friends. How come I don't know who you are? What's wrong? Did I do something to offend you?"
Johnny Storm was a little girl during that.
I know, but I mean, think about it, Hans. We're good friends, and if I knew you were the amazing Green Boy,
wow, what a good name,
Green Goose. If I knew you were Green Goose, and then all of a sudden, like, I knew something special was about you, but you didn't tell me what. I'd be pretty upset. I'd be like, Hans, why don't I remember this? What's wrong? What did you do to me? I know something about you. You're something green. What's going on? I mean, I feel like...
I wouldn't tell you.
Why wouldn't you tell me? You're the
No,
green
I just
goose.
wouldn't tell you.
That's mean. We're friends.
Yeah.
We'll put that in the roommate agreement. Bazinga. But I don't know. I think I'll give FF a few weeks, a few months tries.
A few months?
Yeah, go through...
At $4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'll see it through a couple issues, see what happens.
I'll flip through a couple issues. Maybe I'll flip through your issues.
Maybe you'll flip through mine.
Yeah, there you go.
But I know we flipped through Brightest Day, and I don't know. Lately,
Oh, that was an amazing page that I loved.
we can talk, it's on the front cover of the new one.
Oh, it is.
Kind of
Yeah.
upsetting
So,
about Arthur.
spoiler alerts aside, Arthur Curry got his hand cut off.
Again.
Surprise!
That's my favorite quote of it. He goes, "What? You should be used to this already."
I know. What did Black Manta say?
Yeah, Black Manta said
That was
it.
hilarious.
But I don't know. I feel like Brightest Day is just...
A crock of crap.
I feel like the newest issue, I'm not going to spoil it because, it's only been out for a week, and it came out last week. That was one of them that came out last week. I'm not going to spoil it because it just came out and people who haven't gotten it yet. But there's something that happens at the end of the issue, and it's kind of like, whoa, this is intense. This whole Brightest Day might be coming to an end.
I don't even know exactly what it means.
I don't know what it means either, but something special happens. We'll talk about it later.
Arthur
but-
Curry, he finished his mission, and then something happens.
Yeah,
I'm not going to
something-
tell them what
okay.
happened, but...
Yeah. But, yeah, we got a little bit, we got a couple minutes left. So next week we'll talk about how much we like the Fantastic Four issue, see what we thought about it. We'll do a part 2.
A part 2?
Part 2, talking about Fantastic Four, well, that's just gibberish.
Hot Pocket!
Hot Pocket. So we'll talk about Fantastic Four Part 2, see what happens there. We have Spider-Man to talk about.
We still have to talk about Venom sometime.
We'll talk about Venom next week. We'll make that topic number 1. So if you haven't read Venom yet...
you haven't read Spider-Man yet.
Yeah, if you haven't read Spider-Man yet, read it, find out who Venom is, and then we don't even have to spoil it for you. So you get an extra week free.
An extra week free.
Well, yeah, because you don't have to wait till next week to find out who he is until we spoil it.
Fair.
So it's exciting. Pretty intense. But... anything you want to say before we leave? Anything you want to talk about next week?
I just really want to talk about Venom.
We'll talk about New Avengers next week because pretty awesome
I'll
stuff's
have read that
happening.
by then. I
Yeah,
guess.
you just got that, so we'll read that because I'm really enjoying it, and I think you will too.
Favorite book you're reading right now?
Favorite book I'm reading right now is probably Pokemon Adventures Gold.
Wow, did not see that coming.
Did not see that coming?
Yeah, I don't think anybody saw that coming.
I know. I made. Oh, it's one. I'm reading like 3 things at once. I have multitasking problems.
I can't even look at you right now.
But you are looking at me. What are you? What's your thing you're reading this week?
Ultimate Doom.
And
I love it.
all right,
I think it's the best thing Bendis is
Now-
writing right now.
it's got 2 issues into it, or is it 3?
It's 2 issues into it, but it's technically like 12 issues into it.
How come you say that? Oh,
Because
doesn't make sense.
it goes off of Ultimate Enemy, Ultimate whatever the...
Oh, so it's going off of that?
Yeah, there's just
Oh, I
4
didn't know
issue
that.
series,
Oh,
16 books.
I might have to pick that up then.
You should.
I didn't realize it was a continuation of Enemy, Mystery, and now
Yeah,
Doom.
Enemy, Mystery, Doom.
I guess it works. But yeah, it's continuing from Reed Richards being the villain
Yeah,
from Enemy,
which I love.
All right, so I guess
Reed Richards is on a rampage.
I guess I will have to pick that up then. I'm kind of excited now.
Yeah, do it.
I didn't realize it was a continuation.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, if you've been reading Enemy and Mystery, and get Doom, which third issue comes out tomorrow. Right?
Highly recommend it, yes.
Yes, and I'll read it. I will see what I say, and maybe I'll hate it so much. I'll be like, Hans, that was the worst thing I ever did. You owe me
You will never do that.
$12.
You will never do that.
I'll probably be like, Hans, I love you. Let's hold hands.
Did you just admit your love for me?
No, I meant that. No, that's not what. That's not how it should sound.
All right.
All right.
I understand. I
But
don't
yeah,
think they understand.
We will see you next week. Stay fresh. Stay fresh. Stay fresh. Stay fresh.